When we going live?
Listen, what is going on? Good people, we are back with your Impact Wrestling review. I fixed that. What is going on? Good people, Impact Wrestling review. If you see it before I fix it, it's gonna say Impact. But don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Okay. We talking about Impact Wrestling. They're getting ready for this homecoming show, which is pretty cool. Obviously we've been away for a couple of weeks. Busy schedules. We're trying to get back on an actual schedule, a real schedule. This is really what we want to do it. We want to do NXT on Thursdays, Impact on Fridays, but it's not as easy as it seems sometimes. But nonetheless, we're back here for the Impact review. They got the homecoming show coming up on January 6th. It's pretty cool. And I guess we can kind of talk about a little bit of the show as far as like the homecoming aspect of things. Going back to the asylum, that's pretty cool. They're gonna have a Ultimate X match and a Monsters Ball match in the same night. That's pretty cool. It's been a long time since we've seen like two matches like that. Like, and it's also like historic in the same thing. Like because they're big matches in Impact's history, as far as like the Monsters Ball being kind of a cool match for Impact, and also or specific to Abyss, and then the Ultimate X obviously being a staple of the X division and a staple of Impact in general. Also, you got Option C, kind of bringing back something from the history of Impact too, not necessarily from the Asylum days, but still pretty cool. We'll talk about that in a little bit as well, but. I think it's kind of cool. I'm excited for the show. First show of the year, January 6th, so it should be pretty good. I'm hoping at least. I like how they're already kind of building the card a month ahead. That helps, and it's going to be kind of the first big pay-per-view. I hope they can find a way to stretch it out to 6. That would be great. Stretch it out to six a year. I think that would be perfect. But anyway, Casey, any thoughts on the homecoming show they got coming up? Whether they're actually going to, well, it's at least the way it's booked or promoted, they're actually going to the asylum supposedly. We'll see.
Well, I got a couple questions. Real quick. So, are they officially rebranding to Impact?
And they should have did that at first. I think Impact it just sounds so much better. It sounds so much better.
It don't. It don't at all. I'm definitely excited for the homecoming thing. I hope they're going back to the asylum. That would be really cool. I just posted on Facebook today that I missed the asylum days. Those, as I always say on the Impact reviews, were my favorite times. I know the three of us have different times in Impact or TNA that we liked, but that was always my favorite. So that'd be pretty cool if they did that. And if they did, hopefully, or if they do, hopefully they kind of do the same setup as it used to be. Because I think their whole the asylum setup was pretty cool and unique. But definitely excited for an Ultimate X match. Again, one of the matches that built the damn company, as you don't do anymore. You need to do it more, at least at the very least once a year, if not twice a year. Like it's, I don't know. But and then a Monsters Ball match is going to be pretty cool. I think Eli Drake and Abyss, so that'll be a pretty cool match. But I'm just excited for it in general.
All right, Rabbit, thoughts on the homecoming show coming up in January?
Uh, Me, I don't like the name Homecoming for a pay per view. It's lame. It's as lame as you can get. Sixth grade is Homecoming for the name of something. But if you're saying Homecoming, as far as going to the asylum and Master Ball and stuff like that, if that's the meaning of Homecoming, then I'm with that. I like that. I like the whole thing of going to the asylum anyway. Option C, that's another Hogan thing that I said needed to come back. That has to come back, and that's a good thing. Option C is in the thing back in the fold. But the Monster Ball, I love. I love the Monster Ball. But Eli Drake in it, I don't know. But the Monster Ball, that's all that coming back is on the money. They need it because this last year been a flat tire, the whole year. So you got to start the new year off with something different.
I mean, my problem with it is Abyss being in there. That man can't take no more impact spots. He can't do it. He
He
can't.
beautiful. He beautiful though.
That man has a seizure every time he gonna die. He can't.
All right. Moving into the X Division portion of the show, I do want to talk about option C being cashed in just because obviously it officially got cashed in, I think last week from Brian Cage challenging Johnny Impact, which is pretty cool. I'm glad they brought it back. I think it's one of those things where I think it adds a little bit more to the title. It adds a little bit more of like connection point, a bridge from the X Division to the world title picture. The X Division being one of your most important divisions, the X Division being what built the company. It makes sense to have that bridge there where you can have a guy like Brian Cage or a guy like Chris Sabin in the past or a guy like Austin Aries in the past who can kind of bridge from that gap. Because a lot of times I think sometimes people get lost in the sauce, I guess you could say, of the X Division being a glorified cruiserweight division, not necessarily anybody from the X Division being able to compete for the world title. So I like it. I've always liked option C. I always thought it was good. Some people take it as it's disrespectful to the title to give up the title to go for the world title, but you're wrong. So sorry, I apologize in advance, but you're wrong. So, but anyway, Casey, thoughts on option C, and then we'll get into the matches that happened within the X Division to kind of get this new champion rolling.
Like I've said, I like it if you use it right. If you use it sparingly, if you don't use it for every single champion, just because I think if you use it every single time, it's just going to kill the X Division title itself. I like it for this one because did Brian Cage have a X Division title run before?
No, this is the first one.
Okay.
This is the first title he's won in Impact. Period.
Yeah, I like it for this one because I think he would be better suited in the world title picture, or as the world champion. Although he can do all of the X Division stuff, in ring, it just I feel like he would fit better as like a possible Impact champion.
Rabbit?
I like the whole option C anyway. It had to come back. But the X Division, the title itself, to me, when you do option C, it makes the X Division almost more important than the heavyweight title. Because it's the second title in line, and it gives you an option. No other title gives you an option. And you'll be a fool to sit here and keep it. If you get this X Division title, you cash it in immediately for the title. It has nothing to do with the X Division or none of that. It's your opportunity to cash it in and be a heavyweight champion. Period. If you be the X Division title champion holder, lose that belt without cashing it in, and never ever in your life get a chance to sniff that title, you's a fool. You're gonna be a fool for the rest of your career. So you have to cash it in. You can't sit and hold that title. And the fact that it gives you that option makes the X Division title important. DJ.
All right, I like that point. Moving on into the matches, the qualified matches for the Ultimate X. We had Jay Chris versus Willie Mack. That started the show, if I'm not mistaken. I like this match. I thought it was good. I love Willie Mack, one of those hybrid type guys who shouldn't be doing things he's doing, but he does them, and I love it. And I think he fit well with Jake Chris. The one thing I liked about this match, and I think Casey will definitely agree with me, is having Jake Chris kind of beat out of OVE and kind of have a singles match, even though he's obviously in a faction and obviously in the tag team with Dave. Having him kind of do his own thing, that I thought that was cool, and he won the match, which was cool because I kind of expected Willie Mack to win, but it's cool that they're kind of going to have him in this X Division title picture, at least for a second here. I almost got a feeling that somebody else from OVE is going to win too, so they can kind of do the 2-on-1 type thing. I don't think they'll all be in it, but I think obviously I'm assuming that Sammy Callahan will probably be the other guy that probably gets in, and then Dave will probably be on the outside still. So I like that. I thought this match was good. I enjoyed it. And then we had Matt Sydal versus Ethan Page, kind of the student teacher thing. I wonder how they came up with this, because they mentioned it time and time again, but I don't know if they actually mentioned why this was a match. I really didn't pay attention to see if they said if this was management trying to pit them against each other, or this was the only opportunity the two had, or whatever. I don't really know right off, but I don't know. It was a good. It was a pretty good match. I still kind of like Ethan Page a lot, and this could signal a breakup for the two, kind of bringing him in, and then I think Ethan Page, he need to find, like, he got a twin out there. Joseph Park's cousin, he got a twin, man. They look just alike. I think he need to go look for them, because they look like, they look like the same person. Like, I don't get it. Like, I'm still trying to figure it out. But Ethan Page won, Matt Sydal lost, which is good, because Matt Sydal's kind of been in the X Division title picture for a while, whereas Ethan Page is kind of doing his own thing. I definitely think, or just trying to get going. I definitely think Matt Sydal would have made the match a little bit more interesting, as far as like the crazy things he probably could do in an Ultimate X match. But at the same time, it's nice to see some newer faces in the X Division title picture, at least. Casey, thoughts on the qualifying matches we had? It was Jake Crist defeating Willie Mack, and Ethan Page defeating Matt Sydal.
I like the Dave Crist Willie Mack match. Finally get to see a little bit more of Dave Crist just in singles competition, which is always a good thing. Honestly, I thought they were gonna have Willie Mack go over. I didn't see Jake actually winning this one, but I was happy either way. And then we had Matt Sydal versus what's his name there?
Ethan Page.
No, that's not his name. It's
talking about you talking about you talking about Joseph Park cousin.
Yeah, what? Oh,
man. I don't know his name.
But I like this match. I like the kind of storytelling behind it, because it was more of like I don't know if Matt Sydal had gone to management to set this up, but it was basically, student versus a teacher, if, to see if you're ready to, if your sort of third eye is open and you're ready to, go to the next level, to the Ultimate X match, So he defeated Matt Sydal, and, that's kind of showing your mentor that you're ready, kind of a thing. So I like that aspect of it.
All right, Rabbit.
Yeah, I like the Mac, man. I like his athleticism and his size. So he perfect. He had a rolling uppercut that was pretty. Sunset powerbomb, pretty. Especially for his size, man. He real agile. I like him. I like to see more of him in competitive matches. You know what I'm saying? And Chris, I didn't really see a whole lot of him before, but he had a nice top rope cutter though. That was pretty. But I don't like when my man hit him with the sunset power bomb. He basically no selled and then start kicking. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that, man. You can't no sell stuff. I don't like that right there. But other than that, the match was decent. It was solid, and you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no botching. It was a nice match. I like the Sydal joint. It was another decent match. It was a nice flow to it. You know what I'm saying? And Sydal had a nice running knee to it. Speed on the joint when he's running. I love the running knee he got, man. Then, man, other dude had a nice flip backbreaker. Ooh. Pretty backbreaker he hit him with. Then he hit him with a nasty cutter off the outside of the ring. onto the floor. Nasty cutter. You know, that thing was pretty. That was pretty. So the match itself was decent. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care who won. You know what I'm saying? Seidel lost. It didn't matter. His time is up anyway. He had enough screen time, and it's over. So, but the match itself was decent. You know what I'm saying, DJ?
Let's go to the tag division because I want to go to the other stuff, but because I feel like we get through that stuff quickly. But I don't know. The tag division interests me a little bit because I want to talk about the knockouts, but I want to kind of wait. But the tag division, Deadly Hit Squad. I definitely wrote this wrong. They went up against two jobbers. That's basically where I'm gonna go with this. I like I kind of like the addition of Gama Singh. I feel like, and I know he's been there for a couple weeks, but still, I like that. I like him as an addition because I think he's bigger. I think he was bigger than the original guy. I can't remember the other guy's name right off. Rojinder Singh or whatever his name was. But I think he's bigger than him. He looks bigger than him. He looks like more physical than him. And I think that lends its hand a little bit more to them being a legit tag team and being a legit factor in the tag division. Not that I think they are by any means, but nonetheless, at least they got somewhat of a look of that. But they beat the Jobbers. I'm not really surprised that they beat the Jobbers because they was Jobbers. And Jobbers do what Jobbers do, put people over. So that happened. And then we had kind of the Lucha Brothers or the Lucha Bros, sorry, and LAX build up. Kind of backstage, Conan was like, I don't know why you're making matches without me, blah, blah, blah. And then, it got a little heated and Zero Miedo and Face and stuff. He liked to do all the stuff all up in your grill and stuff like that. Pentagon likes to do all the stuff in your grill like that. But it was interesting. I'm excited for the match. I think the match is going to be better than whatever they're trying to do with the build up. Because like I feel like they don't do anything with Pentagon Jr. as far as building anything. It's just like in your face, all the time. Like that's it. Like that's their build up for Pentagon Jr. feuds. That's just how it works. Like that's what they do. But nonetheless, I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a good match. They face off at Homecoming too, so that's gonna be a good match. I'm excited. I'm pretty and the tag titles are all on the line because LAX said they beaten everybody, so that's the only team they haven't really beaten. But anyway, Casey, thoughts on the tag division, Deadly Hit Squad, trying to rise up? Are they really contenders? And then Lucha Brothers versus LAX coming up. You should unmute yourself before you try to say the words because sometimes they just don't go together. Don't.
You done? Whenever you done.
The floor is yours.
I'm on the bed though. Like wait, like the whole floor, like the whole thing.
All of it, all the floor.
Oh man, like that cone over there, that's mine too.
Yep, that's yours.
And that corner there.
And a little bit right there that's hidden underneath it a little bit.
All right. There's the Hit Squad. I wanted to like them, I really did. And I still want to like them. There's just something missing that I can't put my finger on it. Like there's just something not there that I need for them to feel legitimate or like I think part of it is I don't feel like they feel like a tag team that's gonna last long. Like I don't see them being here mid 2019 or at the end of 2019. I just see it being a short-term thing. I mean, they already had a member change in the past couple months. Hasn't even been that long. I don't know. It's not clicking to me, and I want it to, but it's not.
I mean, Sandy had a member change early. They was fine.
Yeah, but they ain't need him. They ain't need him. They ain't need bro. But that was for the best. That was a change for the best.
That's why he a forgotten son.
Wait, is he in the Forgotten?
Yes, he Alexander Wolf. He in there. No, not Alexander Wolf. What's the other guy's name? What's his name? What's his name? I can't think of it.
No, it's not him.
Not Alexander Wolf. He in Sandy. It's the other guy. I can't think of his name. I can't think of his name off him. He in there. I look at it. He in there.
All right. Anyway, definitely excited for LAX versus the Lucha Bros. Two of my favorite tag teams in Impact right now. I do think they need to go more into storylines with tag teams to kind of get them over a little bit, because obviously they do pretty well with singles guys, you know, putting singles guys over. But tag teams, like, just it feels like they just kind of throw them into a tag team match and don't really, you know, build them up or give them backstory or anything like that. You know, we know that Pentagon and Phoenix are brothers. We know that they wrestled in Mexico and AAA, and right, but you're not really giving us any more than that. That I feel like you need for other Impact fans who maybe haven't watched.
This is the building of Pentagon Jr. Like, I got it. Like, I can write this. Like, this is what they did.
Yeah, Impact isn't good at building people at all. Like, I'm sorry. Impact, you just terrible. You really are. Like, you are the worst at building people up and building characters. It is just you did it with Pentagon. You did it with Su Young. I could go on. You did it anyway. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for the match. I think it'll be a good match. Hopefully we have a title change. I think that would help Pentagon and Phoenix a lot. But either way, it's going to be a good match.
Rabbit.
Yeah, the Desi Hit Squad. This new edition, it helps. It helps because it was fading away. I like the whole idea. I like Pops. You know what I'm saying? It one piece, and I think this might be a better addition than the guy that was there before, because Road, whatever his name, is way more aggressive, way more stiff with his moves, everything he got. The neck breaker into a back breaker was so pretty, man. So it ain't like he's some amateur walking around in here too. So because he crisp with his moves. So I like the addition. I like everything already. I like Pops. So everything was cool. So I think the addition right here might get me over the hump. You know what I'm saying? But LAX, Conan, I like Conan in the little segment they had, because he was like, see, now we all friends right now. I don't want nobody get in there and get a clothes hang and a uppercut too hard and start arguing in the ring. I want everybody to stay friends. It was funny. He said, you know how it always happened? It'd be one knee too hard or one clothes hang too hard. Then everybody just want to fight. I like that joint, man. I want to see more of these. This is funny. Conan funny anyway, but when he got the mix of LAX and the Bros, that's funny. I like that, man. I like that little thing they got going on. That I like. But yeah, this Hit Squad I like, and Conan, and I like all that right there. DJ.
All right, moving on to the other things that's going on. Eli Drake got an invitation, a homecoming invitation. Homecoming. He going, and he taking a date. They go. He taking a date, taking a Abyss because he beautiful. You know. Oh, this it's the other Abyss, the other one, not the beautiful one, the other one. Okay. He go into the Monsters Ball. I'm excited. I like Eli Drake's promo was good. The Scarlet Bordeaux and the Rascals thing was funny. Desmond Xavier was like, Where the other check come from? like, I thought it was funny. Um, it was kind of different than like the typical Scarlet Bordeaux stuff, where like everybody is just like in awe. Like that was obviously the one that was like I don't know their names right off. I know Desmond Xavier, but I don't know the other ones right offhand. But I didn't realize there was three. I thought it was only two. But he was like, "What's up?" Like, I was dying. I was dying at that guy. I like that guy. He was one of my favorites. But I like this stuff. I thought it was funny. She's still kind of talking about her little talent showcase or whatever, and it's pretty cool. Like I got some talent. But I thought that was funny. Then they had Raven helping Eddie Edwards escape the asylum, giving him the key or whatever, stealing it from the guy because he knocked over the chessboard. I thought that was funny. When they said when he said he knocked over the chessboard, it reminded me of what was it? Good Burger when they were locked in the little sand asylum and they had to escape, so they had to make him an excuse. I don't know why, but that's what it reminded me of, and it was hilarious. Oh my goodness! I was like, this is great. Casey, you remember the exact moment. Casey, the other things going on that's not really involving the title. Eli Drake and the Monsters Ball, Scarlet Bordeaux and the Rascals, and Raven and Eddie Edwards, or Good Burger, or Good Burger.
Well, on that, we can go see it. I love. Why is there feedback? There's weird feedback. Anyway, I don't think it was coming from you.
Well, flying with fast food. Oh, sorry. I thought.
Welcome to Good Burger Home. I really wanted to do that when I was working at a burger joint. I really wanted to do that. But I haven't seen their matches yet. I'm gonna have to watch last week and the week before. But I love the Rascals video packages promos that they do. I love it. It's like three stoners just sitting in a room together. It just works. It's hilarious. And then when you add Scarlet Bordeaux in there, it was really good. And then what was the other thing? I hate when you do like three things in a row.
I apologize. We talking about Raven helping the Eddie Edwards and the...
Yeah. I was just happy to see Raven again.
True. He's so old now. Dang, bro. Come on, Raven. Come on,
That's
bro.
What happens to people. They get old.
I know, Casey. I mean, I've been hosting with you for a long time, and you always been old. So Rabbit, talk something.
Hello. I like the Little Rascals too, man. I want to see more of them too, man. I like the whole idea of that right there. The pieces they got in there is good. So, and the way they play off each other is good too. So, I like that right there. But I don't like the man. I was psyched to see Raven though, but Eddie Edwards I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, man. He blew the Raven thing for me, man. Raven on this joint was like, first I was like, is that Raven? You know what I'm saying? It took me a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Then I was like, yeah, it is Raven. Yeah. That's my man, But yeah, once you mix him in there, you gotta step your game up. Eddie Edwards, man, this role just not him, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just not him. Just same thing with they changed Ali up. It's not her. It's the same thing with him. They don't fit that role. You know what I'm saying, TJ?
All right. Speaking of Alley, knockouts. We had Dark Alley versus Heather Monroe. I actually like Dark Alley.
Sorry, thinking about Dark Alley.
Oh my! I mean, I was feeling the same way. I was like, "Good day, is this what they got to do right now?" I mean, the hair was nice. Like the face paint, I didn't even care. I was like, the attire was everybody need to turn dark. Everybody. I need to see a dark version of everybody. Okay, come on. But yeah, I love Dark Alley. in multiple ways. But I like the character though. I kind of like it. I think she played it well. I don't know if it was like the face paint. It was like it felt like it was more like different. The hair was different, whereas kind of like Eddie Ellis put on a hat and that was it. You know, like, I don't know, like I don't know if it was because she changed her whole thing, instead of like just throwing on like a wig and being done. Um, you know, but I liked it though. She got a little job match with Heather Monroe and whatnot. Kier Hogan, is still trying to save her, but it ain't really working. I kind of want to go back and see how this happened, and I kind of don't, because every time they do something stupid like this, I'm like, so a little bit of me don't want to go back and watch it, but a little bit of me is curious because I know she went back into the realm, and then Father James probably said you ain't gonna go back out the same way you came, and then she came out and she was, demonized or whatever. I don't know. That's probably how it happened. I mean, and I'll probably go watch it and be like, you know what? I knew it. But Casey, any thoughts on Dark Alley and her jobber match and Kier Hogan trying to save her and whatnot? Do you like Dark Alley? She put the glove on and stuff, and she did and then
she can put that glove on and do whatever she wants.
I mean, how did Allie start looking better? Like, that's what I don't get. Like, I mean, I've seen Allie before with the eyes, right? So I'm like, there ain't no way. And then she came out, and I'm like, hey.
Yeah. It's like Allie started off good, and you like, she can't get looking any better, and then she got better. And then we're like, oh, that's gotta be it. She can't get. And then Dark Alley came out, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. Also, there was a match here, but like, Alley was.
All right, Rabbit, thoughts?
Yeah, this is a terrible match though. But she had a nice snap suplex in the corner. Ali did hit her with, but the match itself was just it ain't had no flow enough. But the job of Heather, she was doing too much. She was trying to do too many moves. She was overactive. She was doing too many steps. It was just too much. She was doing too much. But the alley joint, maybe she got to grow into it or something. But right now, she just looks good. She
do.
And all the mannerism and the body language is not there. That's the only thing.
I thought the mannerism was there. It's like I felt like even the moveset was slightly changed a little bit. Too, and she went all the way out with the glove and whatnot, and I was like, don't put the bloody glove on, don't do it. Oh, sorry.
So I said she might have to grow into it for me. She get a little better.
Oh, sorry. That's just how I was watching it. Anyway.
Kier Hogan. Oh my God, I love you.
He feel the way about Kier Hogan the way we feel about Dark Alley. Moving on. World title picture, kinda. Knockouts, kinda. Main event picture stuff. Johnny Impact and Ty Valkyrie versus Moose and Tessa Blanchard. If I was a married man, I wouldn't let Ty Valkyrie come out like that. I wouldn't. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm not even gonna say no more. I'm just gonna leave it right there. Anyway, this here, specifically married to Ty Valkyrie is what I'm saying. But this here match was pretty good. I liked it. I love Moose in this. I love it. I like his character development. It's wacky. It's weird, but I like it. At the same time, I like the weird outfits he be putting on. Like, what the heck? The black on the dots and then the sheer on the other side. Like, where you even get something like that? Like, where you even get something like that? I need to know. I like that. I love it. I still like that he does the thing because like there's a little bit of you that's like he's a heel. I can't do it, but then he be like this, and I'll be like, all right, I do that, all right, So like it's hard. But I like it though. I'm loving this heel moves. I I don't really get this match considering Johnny Impact got to face against go against Cage coming up. I don't really get this match as much as I should. But overall for the match, I mean, I thought it was pretty good. I obviously love Tessa Blanchard. I'm excited for her match against Ty Valkyrie at Homecoming too. It's gonna be good. And you know, I think Moose just needs a world title run, man. Like it's just so long overdue. Come on, this man is supposed to be world champion when he was a face. Now he a heel, so he gotta be. Come on, I need this character as world champion. I need it. I need him to come out with the black dots on the black and white dots on one side and the shield on the other. I need it to happen. The title on the. Come on, Casey. Thoughts on the main event of the evening?
I think that Moose and Velveteen Dream both need to be released. They can put themselves into a tag team together, call it the Velveteen Moose, and go wrestle somewhere deep in Canada where we'll never see him again.
What? That's too much talent to be losing.
I thought this was a good match. I thought the teaming of Moose and Tessa Blanchard was a little bit weird to me, but it makes sense, I guess, for the storyline going on. But I don't know. It was an okay match.
Okay. Rabbit, thoughts?
The match itself, it was decent. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing, you know what I'm saying, real over the top. When Blanchard, she had a nice cutter in there. She always going to be on point with her. Moose, he had that going. I ain't like when he tried to go hit Valerie. That was dumb. Because he's not about to hit her. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that was some dumb stuff to put in it. But Johnny had a nice corkscrew off the top. That was pretty too, man. Corkscrew joint. That was nasty. I liked it. And my man Moose kept trying to hug Blanchard. All through the match, man. It was funny as well, man. My man called him a pervert and shit, man. It was funny as well. But the match, it was just decent. You know what I'm saying? It was just a little something. It shouldn't have been no main event, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? DJ?
I think as we get ready to close out on the Impact Wrestling review here, I think what gets me about Impact is the same thing that I praised them for a couple years ago. And I know it don't make sense on the surface, but what I mean by that is, we used to talk all the time how they would promote a match in advance and it would be a big match. So you'd always, every single week, you'd have something to look forward to. You'd have a big match to look forward to. And I think the issue is that's kind of how it is now, but that's all you look forward to. You don't look forward to the whole show. Because I've noticed it the last couple of weeks. I've been thinking oh man, I see a video package and I'll be like, oh, I gotta go watch that match. I don't know. I don't feel like they force me to want to watch the whole show. I think it's just bits and pieces that's in there. What was it? I can't even remember right offhand, but Matt Sydal had a match against somebody that I was like, that'll be a really good match. I should go watch that. But it's not like I want to go back and watch the whole show, but I just like to watch the bits and pieces of it. Maybe it's just me. It's just me. It's me. Can you did anybody know the rest of the words to that song? Anyway, moving on. Come on, bro. Get hip, man. Anyway, Justin would have knew. We had to sign off here for the Impact Wrestling review. We'll be coming back with certain other things throughout the week. Obviously, NXT and Impact, maybe a discussion or something like that. Hope we get back to football as well. Especially if the Ravens beat the Chiefs, we definitely getting back. Anyway. We got the Slammies as well. Categories have been sent out. So the Slammies is coming up. The Slammies of the Year awards. Who is Show of the Year? I might just say NA. Okay, I'm not even joking. I might just say NA and be done. Kidding. I'll figure out something. But anyway.
But I do want to say it is what the difference is the writing itself. You know, you always want to see a match. It's the writing that makes you want to watch a whole show. You see what I'm saying? So like if the brothers remember they had a little compound, half the time they wasn't wrestling, but you'll want to see what happens next week. That's not even a match. You know what I'm saying? But you want to see what happens on the compound. You know, so stuff like that, little stuff like that, will make you want to watch a whole show. You don't want to miss that little part, even though that's not a match. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's just the writing. The writing was better than it is now. The writing itself now don't compare you in no storyline. That's what's going on now. Now it's just who the best athletes and the best spots. You just want to tune into that part and then tune out. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like I'm gonna miss something if I don't watch the whole thing. I'm gonna miss the little parts from the compound and stuff like that. If I don't watch this whole show, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like that no more. You're not gonna miss nothing.
Yeah. I am missing, and I know Casey's probably gonna agree with me on this one. This might be the only time we agree ever. But I am missing Hardy's Revenge. Hardy. No?
No. Delete.
I thought he was gonna do that against Randy Orton on SmackDown a couple weeks ago, and I was like, he said something. He thought about starting a chant, and I was like, Hardy's Revenge. Every time. It's the most iconic Impact Wrestling TNA chant ever. Ever, okay? Ever. It was the greatest.
We forgot.
What we forget?
We forgot the rewind where my boy Chris defeated Bully Ray for the Impact World Championship, baby. Yeah.
Here we go. I did like Hell Sabin, Chris Sabin though. I liked it personally. That was like one of my favorites. I liked it when he was a heel. But anyway, get ready to sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to follow the podcast on Twitter at ICW_podcast. Like on Facebook, facebook.com/ICW podcast. And Instagram, ICW_podcast. I think that's it. I think that covers all the basics and stuff. Subscribe as well. Leave us a comment if you got any thoughts. Thanks to Rabbit and Casey for coming as usual. Well, Casey has to come. Rabbit don't necessarily have to come, but I feel like he feels obligated to come because he always here. So he comes anyway. Appreciate it. Thank you everybody for coming by. See you guys next time. Adios, amigos. Till next time. Peace.